Or should we say, ahoy there. Are you about to go on a Disney cruise? Well, first of all, you lucky duck. Second, there is so much that needs to be done before you set sail on that magical ship. So join me in today's video. We're gonna go over everything you need to do and everything you need to know before you go on your Disney cruise. Let's get started. All right, so we've got Captain Minnie back here. She's gonna hold down the fort while we get down to business. But real quick, I just wanna say, if you have not been on a Disney cruise before, you need to get ready to have the most magical, the most wonderful vacation ever. All right, so you've booked your Disney cruise. Now what? All right, first things first. The best place to start is at the beginning. First thing you need to do is download the Disney Cruise Navigator app. This app gives you easy access to everything, all the information that you're gonna need for your Disney cruise. View your Disney Cruise Line account. You can make payments. If you need to make any special requests or services, like special diet, or if you need a crib in your stateroom. You can also connect to your family and friends. There's an onboard chat. It's easy access for you to connect with everyone in your stateroom, or if you have family in another stateroom, very simple to connect on there. Also, good preparation before you head out on the ship. It gives you deck plans. It shows you where everything is. It's a great map so you can become familiar with the ship before you head out. You can also access your online check-in from the app, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. So we're going to put a pin in that and come back to online check-in. So moving on from there, something very fun. You can schedule a Disney character call. Minnie and Mickey together, or Goofy will give you a call and get you and your family all excited for your upcoming Disney cruise. All right, let's get a little serious. This is a very important one. Make sure you have all of your required travel documents. So if you're bringing your passport, or if you're deciding to do what we have done in the past, which is your birth certificate, and for passengers over the age of 18, you will also need a photo ID, so your driver's license, for example. You will need all those at time of check-in and, of course, boarding the ship. So make sure you have all your little ducks in a row and get all your travel documents ready so you won't have to stress about that when time gets close. Another very important thing you want to know is, when is your final payment due? Several reasons you want to know when that final payment is due, because you don't want your cruise to get canceled. After all the work you did, you don't want that cruise to get canceled, so make sure you know when that date arrives. You also have to make sure your cruise is paid in full before you book any onboard activities, spa services, or port excursions. When do you get to do your online check-in? You will need to check your Castaway Club status. The Castaway Club is, you become a member of Disney's Castaway Club after your first cruise. So once you take your very first Disney cruise, you are now a Castaway Club member. And depending on what tier you are is when your booking window opens. So for first-time cruisers, it's 30 days before you set sail. Silver Castaway Club members, which you become a Silver Club member after one cruise. So that is 33 days before you set sail. Gold members, you become a Gold member after 5 cruises. That's 35 days. Platinum after 10 cruises. That's 38 days. And Pearl That's after 25 cruises. Oh, and this is also for the concierge passengers. It's 40 days before you set sail. So make sure you know what tier you are in so you know when your booking window opens. It is time for the best day in the whole world. It's Embarkation Day. It's Embarkation Day. The best day ever. I live for Embarkation Day. All right. So you want to make sure you have your Embarkation Day and your Debarkation Day. Hope I'm saying that right. You want to have all your travel arrangements. Sorry, I gotta move around. Have all those all set before you head out. So whether you are flying in, driving in, make sure you have any shuttles needed from the airport to the port you're sailing out of. Make all those arrangements before you leave home, and I promise that will make for a much smoother, stress-free experience. If you are sailing out of Port Canaveral, you can schedule a Disney Cruise Line shuttle to pick you up from the airport, which I don't really suggest taking flying in the day of your cruise, but you know, you do you. But I highly suggest flying in and driving in, to be honest, the day before your cruise sets sail, just in case any unsuspected things arise, such as delays, traffic, whatever the case may be. But anyway, I digress. But if you so choose to fly in the day of your cruise, you can schedule a Disney Cruise Line shuttle to take you from the airport straight to Port Canaveral. Or if you are staying at a Walt Disney World, whoa, that's hard to say, Walt Disney World Resort, you can schedule a shuttle to take you there to Port Canaveral as well, which we have done in the past. It's very easy, very stress-free. They take great care of you. With this, you do not get to choose your port arrival time. So I guess that is the one con of all of it. They decide when to pick you up and bring you to the port to arrive. So that's the downfall of that. But cost for that is, whether it's from the airport or from a Disney resort, it's $45 per person one way. So keep that in mind. And also, if you're driving, you can schedule ahead of time, or you can pay for your parking when you get there. Out of Port Canaveral, we have always just paid when we got there, and it's never been an issue. This time we are going out of the port, of Galveston, and I have scheduled parking ahead of time just because I've never been there before and not sure what to expect. So I'd rather have the guarantee that we have somewhere to park, especially with two other cruises cruising out the same day as we are. So I want to make sure we have parking again to make it a little less stressful. All right. We're not going to cover too much into this. I'm going to wait and give more detail on this in my packing video. But the prohibited and restricted items, I will also leave the link to the Disney website, Disney Cruise website, with those items listed. But if you would like to hear the list in more detail, that will be in my What We Pack on a Disney Cruise video. Hopefully we'll get that out in a couple days after this. But make sure you read over those. If you don't watch the video, make sure you go read over those on your own to know what is restricted and what is prohibited. And some of the things you may not realize you cannot bring on the ship, and they will get confiscated. And don't worry too much. They hold it, because I've had something confiscated once. It was anything bad. It was an extension cord. But anyway, they will hold it for you at the port, and when you return, they give you a ticket. You give your ticket back, and they return your item to you. So no worries if you do like me and bring an extension cord. Another important tip here, make sure you check your emails and check your postal mail too, because Disney will send all kinds of information and reminders in your email, and you will get this fun little goodie in the mail, which just makes it a little more fun. And there's something you need in here too, so you will get this. La, da, 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 da. And not only is it a nice little itinerary and informational guide here, it's got all this fun stuff on it, but it also has your luggage tags. You will need your luggage tags when you drop off your luggage at the port. So you will take one of these, and don't rip the whole thing off. We've done that before. You don't have to rip off the whole thing. You'll just rip off this part that says remove this portion only. So you'll just remove that little portion and stick it right on your luggage, and the porters will load it up for you, and your luggage will be delivered to your stateroom momentarily. Usually you get in your staterooms around 1:30, 2 o'clock, depending on your sailing, and usually from then until about 4, 5 o'clock. A little later for some sailings. It just depends on what ship you're on and what sailing you're on. They will bring your luggage straight to your stateroom. So easy peasy. Oh, and please do not stress if you lose, misplace, forget your luggage tags at home. If you do, just let the porters know when you get there, and they will be happy to give you what they have on hand, and they just write your name on there. No stressing if you do happen to forget or misplace your luggage tags. All right, I ain't gonna lie, this is one I'm not super excited to talk about because it's a little tedious. But online check-in, it has to be done. You must do it. So let's get into online check-in. Online check-in is not a quick thing to do, so I don't know why I seem to forget every single time, like, oh yeah, online check-in, I have my papers, I have this, I'm ready to go. It still seems to take at least 15, 20 minutes. I do have 4 people that I'm checking in, so I don't know, that's why it takes so long, but it does take some time. So set a little window of time aside to do your check-in. You have to take a picture of your travel documents, again, whether it's your passport or your birth certificate and photo ID. You will have to take a picture of all of that for each passenger in your stateroom. So make sure you have all that laid out and ready to go. That will make the process go a little bit quicker. You will also need to submit a picture of each person in your stateroom. It can be a selfie or a picture, but it has to be a picture from the shoulders up. No hats, no ears, no sunglasses, and they have to be the only one in the picture. You can't be, can't do that. So once you submit all of your information, everything has to be approved by DCL, and your check-in, it'll be pending until everyone is approved. A lot of people wonder, why do we need this selfie picture? We're given our either passport or other travel documents. Why do we need this picture? And it's really a good reason that Disney asks for this. This picture is used to confirm your identity when getting on and off the ship. Also to confirm your identity when making purchases, as well as if you have kiddos and they're in the kids club, they use these photos to confirm you and your child's identity, to make sure, you know, everybody's going with the right parent, everybody's going with the right kid. Next, on your online check-in, you will have to put on file a debit or credit card. Disney Cruise Line is a cashless system other than Gratuities. All right, those with the kiddos, you will also set up kids clubs on the online check-in. You will get everyone registered for their kids clubs. Excuse me. you'll get everyone registered for the kids clubs, whether it's the 10 and under age group as well as the tweens and teens clubs. You have to register everyone. The older kids, you can allow them to check. They can check themselves in and out if you so choose. And all that is done on online check-in. Some people do it when they get there, but I highly suggest. Hold on, I need to drink out of my Disney Cruise Line cup. Hold on. Get those kids registered for the kids clubs. It'll be nice to get away from them. All right, we're almost done with check-in, I promise. Okay, now the best part of check-in, you are almost finished and you get to choose your port arrival time. Again, this depends a lot on what Castaway Club status you have. If you're closer to the bottom like me, we may not get the best port arrival times, but we got pretty lucky this time, so you never know how it works out. But yep, you will choose your port arrival time. That's going to be anywhere. If you're in concierge or probably pearl status, those can start as early as 11. And the later times usually go to about 2. It's usually the cutoff time, I think, is an hour before they set sail. So typically 3 o'clock to 3:30, unless you're just in a completely different situation where you have a very late embarkation time or set sail time. So, yay! Check-in is done. I forgot something. That port arrival time. Just want to let you know. Do not get there before that port arrival time. I don't know about other cruise lines because I've only been on one other cruise and I was 12 and I don't remember anything about this kind of stuff. But for Disney, they will not let you on the ship. They will not let you in the area. Wherever it is, they won't let you in there until your port arrival time. Embarkation day, the best day ever. First, you will get a wellness survey. I think that's what it's called. Basically, it's a little survey they're going to send to you asking you if is anyone sick? Has anyone experienced any nausea, vomiting, the other stuff? Things like that. And you just have to fill that out before you get to the port. I did forget one time. If you forget, it's okay. Before you go through security, they will just have the crew member out front will have you go through it real quick. It's easy peasy. I mean, it's much better if you go ahead and knock it out before you get there. But if you forget, it's okay. They're all very nice, very patient. The Disney cruise crew members, they're lovely. So don't stress if you forget. And you're going to head on to the security process. Yay! Very similar to the airport. If you haven't been through cruise security before, you're going to put everything in, what are those things called? Not a treadmill. It's like at the grocery store. You know what I'm talking about. And put it in there, and they're going to get their picture and the x-ray. Get that done. Walk through the scanners or whatever they're called, and hopefully easy peasy, you get on the ship. Yay! Make sure you have a carry-on bag, whether it is a small carry-on luggage, backpack, tote bag, whatever it is. Highly suggest a carry-on bag to bring on embarkation day. Important items to have in your carry-on bag. Your port arrival documents. You can have that information on your phone, but I highly suggest also printing out your port arrival forms and having those as well. It's always good to have backup. Again, your travel documents, passports, birth certificates, photo IDs. You need to have those with you. Medications. Words are hard. Any medications that you need, make sure you have access to them, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get to them in your suitcase. till much later in the day. So make sure you have all your medications accessible to you in your carry-on. Some people really like to pack their swimsuits. We do sometimes, but we haven't done it yet. Actually go swimming. A lot of people like to go ahead and jump right on into the pool as soon as they get on the ship. So if you would like to pack your swimsuits, so you can go ahead and get on the slide, jump in the pool, get in the hot tub, whatever you like. As soon as you get there, you go ahead and have those packed in your carry-on. All right. Okay. There's another womp thing. Muster drill. Disney has went full on back to everyone reporting to their station physically, sitting together and having the muster drill. So please go to your muster drill. Don't try to skip it. Whether it might be your 20th cruise, Disney is going to make you show up. They will not start the muster drill until everyone is accounted for. I have been on a cruise before where we were 30 minutes behind because people would not show up to their muster drill. Disney crew members had to go and find the people and bring them to the muster drill. So be courteous, be kind, show up for your muster drill so everyone we can start the fun. The great things, or what I think is a great thing about Disney Cruise Line, is the rotational dining. Yay! So each night, you and your wait staff will rotate in between Disney's it's usually 3. It's always 3. What am I talking about? 3 themed restaurants. Another big thing for a lot of people is Pirate Night. Yay! Arr. Pirate Night. I'll admit, Pirate Night's okay. It's not one of our highlights. We enjoy participating, but we're kind of a take it or leave it. But Pirate Night is a big to-do. You can dress up. You can get all Jack Sparrowed out as much as you like. Of course, no weapons of any sorts or mask on the face, at least for the adults anyway. You can bring, like, the kids can have the plastic swords, or we do the inflatable swords because those are easy to pack. Also have a night at B.O.B Boutique where they turn it into like the Pirates League, and you can get adults and kids can get little pirate makeovers, and it's just great. And they have a special menu at whatever restaurant you're at, and of course the fireworks. The fireworks is definitely a highlight, whether you love Pirate Night or not a big fan. Fireworks are always wonderful. I'm a firework girly. I love fireworks. My kids rather go ride a ride, but I'm like, happily ever after. Go. All right, so make sure you pack your pirate booty for Pirate Night. They have the Princess Gatherings, which is no additional cost at all to do the Princess Gathering, and that's basically just a meet and greet. They will have 3 to 4 princesses all lined up and ready to go, and you meet them and can get their autograph and your pictures and all those things. And it's very nice because you come at your scheduled time, you meet all your princesses, and you're good to go. Make sure to check the app when the Royal or Princess Gathering, forget what it's called now, booking window comes available. There's also a royal tea, and there's also, I think, on the Wish, I think it's like a frozen Olaf's picnic or something like that. Again, those are usually a little out of our price range, or at least it's more than I would like to pay for something like that. But that is an onboard activity that you can book for an additional cost. If you would like, I think the kids can get to meet and greet with different characters. I think they get all kind of little goodies. I will try to find a link and I'll put it in the description below if you would like more information on that. I have never done them personally, so unfortunately I don't have a whole lot of information on the teas and Olaf's picnic. So I'll put it all down there for you guys. All right. Oh, and of course there's plenty of free meet and greets, if you want to call it that. The characters are all over the ship all throughout the day. All you have to do, again, go to your Disney Cruise Navigator app and you can go scroll and you can actually heart and like I always look for specific characters, usually like Rapunzel, Spider-Man, you know, the ones kids like, Stitch. I put those likes and hearts by those and make sure I know the time that we can go and see our favorite characters. All right, gratuities. There is a Disney already does prepaid gratuities where you can go on the app or online and do your gratuities before you leave. I highly suggest that. It makes things so much easier to me. Stateroom hosts, your wait staff, so it's your head server, your server, and then the assistant server. So those are the prepaid gratuities that you will have. We always, and I'll also, I think it's like $16 per guest per day. Again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. I'll also try to find a link with that information and put it down below. But we always like to give a little something extra. Sometimes we make them little goodie bags, but we usually give them a little bit extra, and they give you little envelopes to hand out to each of the crew members. Also available on all Disney Cruise Line ships, you have Wi-Fi package. Those differ from your ship and I believe like how long your sailing is. You can buy it per day or you can buy it for the entire length of your cruise. They're not cheap, but they're not bad. I think they adjusted the prices after COVID and everyone returned from that. I think they adjusted the prices a little bit so they're a little more affordable. There are also photo packages if you're interested in purchasing the photo packages. I believe all that is on the website, the different packages you can purchase. Just like Walt Disney World or the other Disney parks, they have photo pass photographers there to take pictures for you, and just depending on what package you get, if you want access to all of them or if you want a certain number. I've purchased it in the past. It's great if you you know, really want a lot of pictures of everything. I know that the time I did purchase the photo package, I'm like, we have to get a picture here, we have to get a picture there, everyone take a picture right now. I was getting my money out of you know, wanted to get my bang for my buck for what I paid for the package. So I was making everyone take pictures every 5 seconds. For my grown-ups out there, for my adults who can indulge in maybe, you know, a grown-up beverage, this is an important tip for y'all. You can B.Y.O.B. Yes, you can. You can bring your own booze on board. Guests 21 or older, you can bring up to 2 bottles of wine or champagne, or you can bring 1 6-pack of beer, and that's per adult. So if there's 2 adults in your stateroom, you can bring 4 bottles of wine if you choose to. I think if you bring, because you do have the option to bring the wine to one of the dining rooms. So I think if you bring it to the dining room, there is what do you call it? Is it a cork fee? I'm not sure if that's what it's called. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. So I think you have to pay that if you open it in one of the dining rooms. But yep, if you want to save a little money in the drink department, you can bring some on board. All right, almost done. Where are we at? All right. This is sad. Debarkation day. This is the saddest day. You have to leave. You have to go home, back to work. Kids go back to school. It's sad. But pretty close to the same thing as Embarkation Day, you want to have your travel arrangements in order. And whether you're driving home, flying home, whatever you need to do. Debarkation days, you get off the ship pretty early, anywhere from 8 to 9 o'clock. They have the express debarkation if you want to skip out on breakfast, and you can carry your own bags off. I believe that starts at 7 or 7:30. If you want to partake in the final breakfast of your cruise, you'll be assigned the same restaurant you went to the night before, and you get to enjoy breakfast, see your wait staff one more time before you head off. We usually do that. If you have the early dining, you'll go to breakfast first. If you have the later dining, you will go to the second wave of breakfast, and then you'll just get in line with everyone and head off the ship. You will get luggage tags that you put on your suitcase, and you put your bags out. I believe it's 10 o'clock the night before, and the crew members will take your luggage down and have it all ready for you when you get off the ship. Door decorating. This is the best part. Well, Embarkation's the best part, but this is part of Embarkation Day usually. Sad part's when you gotta take it down. But anyway, we're gonna be happy. So, okay, here we go. Door decorating. Now you can make these on your own. They're just magnets. You can make these on your own. You can get them off Etsy. I'm not very creative and I'm lazy, so I ordered these off Etsy. Get these and get everyone's little name. These are a big thing on Disney Cruise Line, and they're very cute and they're very fun. And a lot of people go all out. You'll notice they go all out. They put lights, they put things hanging from the ceiling. We're kind of in between. We don't go crazy, but we do like to put some goodies. I do have lights. Some lights we're gonna put on our door. So you know, with that said, no tape, no stickers. Everything needs to be magnetized, so we don't cause any trouble for maintenance or anyone else. We don't want to damage anything. Fish extenders. Another thing that's a big to-do on Disney Cruise Line. Fish extenders. Everyone loves fish extenders. Now, again, I'm not crafty, and this was one that they were selling on the cruise or on the ship, so we just bought this one. So mine's not very, personalized or, unique, but this is our fish extender. That's what we use. Oh, it's got a big hair on it, yeah. A couple cruises we went all out, and they have groups you can sign up for. Sorry. There are groups you can join, and Facebook groups and all that to do your fish extenders. One year we did that. Another year we just pixie dusted at our leisure. We didn't join a group. We just picked random doors we liked and put the goodies in there. So you're welcome to do it that way as well. You don't have to participate all if you don't like to. It's just all for fun. Okay, so lanyards. If you are already a part of the Castaway Club, you already know about these. You will get your lanyard to hold your room key in, your key to the world card. Now, if you are a first-time cruiser on Disney Cruise Line, you will not get a lanyard. So make sure to bring your own until you are a Castaway Club member. You won't get the little goodies and gifts yet. So if it's a first-time cruise for you on Disney Cruise Line, the first time I just got ours off Amazon. They're the little white ones with the blue anchors on it. Did just fine. Then once you're on the Castaway Club, you don't have to worry about it. They're there waiting for you. So, I think that's it. Oh my gosh, did we do it? I did it. I'm sure there's some things I might have left out. If I did and you have a question, please put it in the comments below. I will be so happy to answer it as soon as I can. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope I gave some information that was helpful to make your upcoming cruise, or whenever you decide to take your Disney cruise, or maybe I inspired you to take a Disney cruise. That would be wonderful. Let's bring Minnie back. I'm gonna bring Minnie back to close us out. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when we have new videos popping up. We'll be setting sail on our Disney cruise soon, so cruise vlogs to be coming up here in the near future. Thank y'all so much again for watching. Gotta get going, and remember, getting there is half the fun. Bon voyage!